Okay guys, what's up? I got a new video for you today, something I haven't really done before. I'm going to be doing a how-to video, kind of like just my style of editing. A lot of you guys have asked, what do I use for making my videos? I use iMovie, pretty basic editing software, to be honest. One of the lowest you can use, but it does the job. I'm going to get Final Cut Pro soon, but for now we're going to be using iMovie. What I plan to do is kind of think out loud, just explain some of the processes I do to cut my videos up, how I decide what's in the video. You know, you guys will kind of see. So we're going to pull up the screen here. So what we're going to do, this is iMovie interface right here. This is kind of what it looks like. We're going to click Create New. It's going to be under the Projects tab right up here. As you can see, you have Media and Projects. Projects is where you're going to find all your new stuff. We're going to click Create a Movie, because this is obviously what I'm doing, kind of creating my movie. So here's pretty much the basic look, guys. Down here you have what's called basically your timeline right here. Right here is your section to play back your footage, rewind, fast forward, press play, whatever, you know, all the good stuff. Now what I like to do is pull my screen over here. Right now I have my micro SD card plugged into an adapter into my computer. So we're going to open this up. This is where all my footage is at right here. Mine is in this file. So I'm not actually creating a video right now. I'm just going to throw something in here so you guys can kind of see what we're working with. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is take what footage you want. You're going to drag this into your timeline, okay? Something important to remember, guys, this is more of an advanced thing that you'll want to care about, I guess. Some people don't realize the very first footage you drag into your timeline is going to be, it's going to set the standard of the quality for your video. So if you pull in a footage and drop it in your timeline that's only 720p quality, even if you drop 1080p footage in later on, it will not render at 1080p. It's going to stay at 720. So make sure whatever footage you drag in first is your highest quality footage, okay? As you can see up here, if you follow my mouse, this dial right here, as it's loading, that's just kind of it rendering your footage that you dragged in there. You can still go over your footage, look it over, edit, whatever you want. Personally, sometimes I like to let that dial kind of fully load so your footage is fully rendered in there. It's going to just be smoother as you're editing, but again, for the sake of the video, we're going to start kind of editing now. You have this dial right here, guys. You can see down here, this is a 17-minute clip, as it says right there, 17.7 minutes. Very small right now, very small. In real life, it's probably about an inch long, all right? If you go to this little dial, this drag right here, if you drag this, this zooms in and out. So as you can see, we're still dealing with the exact same amount of footage, 17 minutes, but now it's zoomed in. So now this 17 minutes, it's so much easier to get exactly where you need to get in the footage than if we're going to zoom all the way out. Because see, now we have this thing this small. I can't pinpoint exactly where I want to go. So if you're trying to pinpoint something, you definitely want to zoom all the way in. So again, the way I like to start my videos, now we have your timeline. By the way, guys, I actually dragged in the what would you do for $1 footage. So if you guys want to check it out, click the iCard up here, go check it out. We got a couple different episodes. But yeah, so anyway, this is basically what it looks like right here. Now, I'm just going to, for the sake of the footage, say I'm going to start editing from here, okay? So if I'm going to start editing from here, we'll play it, we'll hear me start talking.
Honestly, bro, if you have anything in your car that you don't want, I'll take it and give you the $1.
So there I talk, I kind of explain the game, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I pause here. So now what I like to do, normally right here, if you click anywhere on the timeline, this is going to highlight your timeline and put a pin right there. You can see it kind of put a marker right there. If you right click right here, and you'll see it says split clip, I'm normally going to split my clip because I don't like a lot of pauses in my video. You'll probably even notice me jump cut a lot in this video. So once the clip is split, this is where some people, again, this is my way of editing, so this is kind of what you guys are checking out. This is my style. What I like to do on the front and back end of footage is fade in and out so the audio is not clipping at all. You don't get any unnecessary noise or noise you don't want. Say, heavy breathing. You can hear that all the time in my helmet. What I'm going to do here, this little circle, this little dial or whatever you want to call it right here, fades in and out on the audio. So a lot of times at the front end of this, I'll drag it so it fades in this little section right here. As you can see, now it's fading. Another thing, guys, to keep in mind, all these sound waves here at the bottom of your timeline, those are legit. Those are the legit sound waves. They're not just there. So a lot of times you can tell at least my style of editing, I like to start my footage right around where I start talking because you don't want weird pauses. So as you can see, what I like to do right here, drag it, cut out the parts where there's really no audio, and I'm going to fade in until there's audio coming into the video, you know, where you can hear it. So we're going to go up here and rewind it, just like that. You press play here.
Honestly, bro, if you have
you can see there's not much clipping.
That you don't want, I'll take it.
The audio kind of just fades in just like that. Right here, there's also a notification that the footage finished rendering. So we're going to go ahead and just close that out. Now the footage is fully in the timeline. Anyway, so now we're at the end of this where I wanted to split it. So here's where I'm going to back this up again. If you're following me here, you have the sound waves. This is where you're going to drag the dial again, my style of editing, to fade out. So we're not going to have any random cuts or me heavy breathing at the end of it. It just sounds kind of messy in the video. So right there, so that's where it fades out. Now what I like to do here is kind of watch, listen where the conversation's going, if there's anything interesting going on. So let's play it real quick.
The better the item, that's cool, but if not, it is what it is, bro.
Okay, so right there it stops again. So again, we don't want to sit and watch a bunch of nothing. So this whole clip was pretty good, other than, as you can see down here, there's no sound at all. There's nothing going on. Not very entertaining. It's a waste of space and time, in my opinion. So again, what I'm going to like to do here is we're going to click the end of the timeline where the clip is. We're going to drag however much we want to delete out of the video. If you don't want to drag it, another way to do it is, like I showed you before, mark where you want to get rid of. We're going to right click, split it, and as long as you highlight this clip by simply clicking it, as you can see, it's now yellow. Click delete. Now that part's gone. Another tool you guys are going to like to know in iMovie is the undo button, or two buttons. It's just Command Z. It's gonna, if you press Command Z, it's gonna undo whatever action you just did. So that's kind of cool to keep in mind for later on. But anyways, let's see what we got now. Again, I have a new clip. It's separated, so I'm gonna fade in the audio so it's not super, again, so it's not messy in any way. So let's play this over, see how it sounds in transitions.
The better the item, that's cool, but if not, it is what it is, bro.
Okay, so there's that. Again, I have it split here, so we're gonna, again, this audio, that's about right. So we're gonna go ahead and fade out the audio there just to kind of smooth it out. Just, again, this is my style of editing. Some people do it differently. It's honestly up to you guys, whoever's editing the video. We all have our own style. So that's kind of honestly covers the very gist of it. This is going to be my first iMovie how-to video, but that's pretty much the basics of what I jump cut, how I split. So let's get this footage out of the way here, just so we can see how I transitioned these together. So here we go. Let's see if it sounds clean, if I like how it sounds.
Honestly, bro, if you have anything in your car that you don't want, I'll take it and give you the $1. The better the item, that's cool, but if not, it is what it is, bro.
Okay, so that's nice, smooth. You don't hear any clipping or jumping in the audio in the beginning or end. One thing I personally don't like, you can kind of hear me stutter right here in the beginning, right there. So you can see the sound waves right here is kind of where I make that stutter. So I want to cut that out. It just doesn't sound as clean in the video. So I just kind of drag that out of there. Let's see what that sounds like now.
The better the item, that's cool.
So that's perfect right there. I like it exactly like that. That's how I like it. It sounds clean to me. So again, this is only working on 2 clips. But let's also throw something else in this video to give you guys a very small idea of kind of what I do with my videos for captions. Let's go ahead and drag more footage in here of us interacting with someone else. So I'll drag this footage in here. As you can see up here, it's going to be rendering again. Okay, so I can show you guys kind of how I like to add my captions and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and zoom out so this takes faster here. We're going to zoom all the way out so I have footage I can use to caption. So let's find an area on this video where this guy's talking. So right here in the part of the video, dude starts talking to me. Okay, so he's talking to me here. Let's go ahead and delete this front end so I can show you guys what I do for captions here.
Bro, I got a whole bag of leftover.
Okay. So we can hear him. He starts talking right around here. So again, guys, we're down in the timeline. We're going to cut this part out. This is how I personally edit. I know I keep saying that. I'll stop saying it. But that's where I would cut it. So this is where he's going to start talking, as you can see.
I got a whole bag of leftover, bro.
Okay, so right there you can hear he say, bro, I have a whole bag of leftover. Sometimes it's hard to hear, so we got to throw captions over it. So if you want to add a caption, we're going to go up top here. You have audio, titles, backgrounds, transitions. A lot of basic stuff. We won't get into all of that. We're trying to keep this as basic as we can, guys, just to give you an idea of what I do. We're going to go to titles. All right, guys, this is where you're going to have all your typing options, all your captions, all that type of stuff. Kind of cool. The one I use personally for my captions, I use the lower style. And what I'm going to do is you're going to click and drag that into your timeline wherever you want the words to pop up. So we're going to look here. He starts talking right around, you hear bro right around here. You can kind of see it in the sound wave if you look carefully. So let's start him talking here. We're going to drag it and line it up with the marker we made, kind of like we did before, like I told you guys. Okay, so we have that lined up. Now, if you want to add, what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to double-click this purple bubble here. As you can see, the words are now highlighted on the screen, so you can see that right there. So now you can kind of, type whatever you want. So let's play back one more time what he says here. Okay, so he says, bro, I got a whole bag of leftover. So what we're going to do is quote him here. Bro, I got a whole bag of leftover. And then he kind of pauses. He doesn't even finish the sentence. I spelled that wrong. I'm homeschooled, guys. So we're going to double click this again, guys. It's highlighted. As you can see, it's uneven. It's not straight. It's white. The font's boring. You guys are probably used to my videos having the bright green captions. So I'll show you kind of what I do there. So we double clicked it. So we have this highlighted here. These up here, these little tabs up here are going to choose which way you have your caption, where it's centered, if it's to the right, if it's to the left. I always center mine, which is this right here, center text. This drop down box is going to have all your fonts. I personally use this font right here. Don't even know how to pronounce it, but you can see on the screen, this is what I use. So that's the font I like to use. Again, choose whatever you'd like. There's also a ton more fonts here if you really want to get into it. I don't ever really go there. And then right here is the size of your text. You can choose any of the presets right here, or for me, the number I like the best is 75, perfect size. That's what I prefer. As you can see, the text is still white. So we're going to double click again, make sure it's highlighted, and we're going to go to the color. This little white box up here is where you're going to get your color dial pulled up. Again, for my videos, I like the bright green subtitles that kind of stand out. You guys see them in my thumbnails. You guys see them everywhere. So again, we added the color there. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not trying to go too fast for you guys. I want this to kind of be pretty straightforward and basic for you guys. When you're done, you're going to literally click the check. And here, let's play this back now really quick.
You have any
fast forward
that
here.
you don't want, I'll take it and give you the dollar.
Sorry, it's lagging a little bit here. Sometimes that's going to happen. So let me rewind it. I can tell the text is already not lined up perfectly. So let's see here if it pops up correctly. So he stops talking right around there. So again, same as before, guys. This is all dragging. That's pretty much it. This is how you do stuff on iMovie. So we're going to drag it about where he stops talking. And now what I'm going to do, I'm getting text from people. Now what I'm going to do is go back, rewind, and let's see if we can hear it correctly, if his text line up with his vocals. So we're going to press play here. So that lines up pretty much perfectly, guys. So we have that lined up. I guess let's do one more here. So right there, he repeats himself again. I heard him say leftover. So again, guys, we're going to go to titles, drag down your style of text, highlight the words. He says this again, so I'm going to quote him again. Leftover. And again, guys, you double click this. Brings up your option menu. We're going to center the text. We're going to make this the size 75. My favorite text fonts, and then we're going to change it to green if you're following me here. Check. Done. Perfect. So let's see here how this goes.
Bag of leftover, bro.
So, okay, and I listened again. He actually says of leftover. This is me getting nitpicky, but of leftover. So, again, I looked back. That's something that I kind of caught, so let's play it back here in the timeline. So it looks like we got to drag this text way over here to match his vocals. He says of leftover, so let's boom, bang, add Doesn't seem very important, but it is. It all adds up. It just has a better sound in your videos. It looks better. So let's rewind it again. You can either rewind up here by clicking the arrows, fast forward, or you can personally scrub through your timeline and click wherever you'd like. So let's play it from here. Okay, so this has to be longer again. Again, guys, it's all by ear. You just sit and listen. You'll get good at it. It's pretty basic. Let's play it one more time. So again, personally, looks like got to drag it all the way out to here. Let's check the subtitles one more time, see if I like where it's at. Perfect. So that ends right where I need it. So let's go ahead and just cut that out so we're not even worrying about other footage. And guys, I just did the same thing we did from the beginning. Let me undo that. Command Z so you can see what I did. I clicked where I want to get rid of on the timeline. We're going to right click, split clip. This clip right here, I do not need anymore. So I click it. As you can see, it's outlined in yellow. That means it's highlighted, okay? We're going to delete that. It's gone. So since that's gone now, again, guys, we're going to do what I told you. At the end of my clips, I like to drag this dial and dampen the sound at the end. We're going to fade it out so you don't have any clipping at the end, heavy breathing, again, like I said. Okay, again, so let's see how this transitions here. The first clip I'm talking to him.
Bro, I got a whole bag of leftover, bro.
Perfect. As you can see, there's no clipping at the end. Nice and smooth. So yeah, guys, that's literally the basics of what I do. For all of you that were wondering, there's so much more to get into. You guys let me know if you want me to kind of do some tutorials on iMovie. I do iMovie all the time, guys. This is literally what I do with my videos. This is my source of editing for you guys. We can get into the media section up here, the audio section, how to add music to your videos, how to give it that cinematic feel, widescreen bars. Guys, there's so much we can do here. Changing color, cropping, animating, stabilizing. It really doesn't end. iMovie is a super basic program, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a small idea of what I do. Hopefully I gave you some basic ideas you might be able to work on yourself. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments if I should kind of show you guys more. This literally scratches the surface. But make sure to check out those dollar challenge videos. I have the links right up here. Make sure to subscribe. And again, like I said, for like the 4th time, let me know in the comments if you guys want me to make full tutorial videos, because I can do it. Just wanted to give you guys the gist of it. So like I said, I use iMovie. Yeah, guys, honestly, that's really it. Thanks for watching the video. Go check out all the other videos on the channel. We got plenty of them, and I'll catch you guys next time.